The gates of Windsor just slammed shut, and for the first time in history, two princesses are on the outside looking in. It's April 2026, and the traditional Easter walk was missing two very famous faces. This wasn't a scheduling conflict, it was a royal execution. Following their father's shocking February arrest, Prince William has reportedly issued a total blackout order. No photos, no invitations, no mercy. Beatrice is in tears, Eugenie is in a panic, and the future king, he's just getting started. The York dynasty hasn't just fallen from grace, they've been erased. We're tracking every movement of this palace takeover, so if you want to stay ahead of the headlines, join our community by hitting that subscribe button. The morning of February 19th, 2026 was supposed to be a quiet celebration for Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's 66th birthday, but the gifts that arrived were hand-delivered in handcuffs. Just after 8 a.m., 6 unmarked police vehicles tore through the morning mist surrounding the Wood Farm residence on the Sandringham estate. For years, the world wondered if the former prince would ever face real consequences for his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and that morning, the answer was a resounding yes. Andrew was taken into custody on suspicion of misconduct in public office, a charge that sent shockwaves from the palace to the parliament. But the real betrayal wasn't just in the headlines, it was in the timing. The arrest wasn't a coincidence. It was triggered by the massive January release of the Epstein files, which contained millions of pages of leaked correspondence. In these documents, investigators found a trail of digital breadcrumbs that changed everything. It appears Andrew wasn't just a friend to the late financier, he may have been acting as a shadow informant. Emails revealed that during his time as a British trade envoy, Andrew allegedly shared confidential briefs and investment opportunities with Epstein, information that was never meant for the eyes of a convicted felon. This isn't just a family embarrassment anymore, it's a national security nightmare. As the police began a second, more aggressive sweep of the Royal Lodge back in Windsor, the King issued a statement that froze the blood of the York family. The law must take its course. With those 6 words, Charles effectively cut the cord, leaving his brother to face a potential life sentence alone. But as the investigation widened, the searchlights quickly turned toward the people closest to him, his daughters. Beatrice and Eugenie have always maintained their innocence, but the new files hold details that make low profile impossible. And as the public's anger boiled over, Prince William was already preparing a response that would change the sisters' lives forever. Prince William has effectively built a wall around the monarchy, and he just left his cousins on the other side. Reports have surfaced that the future king issued a chilling directive to the entire royal family. For the rest of 2026, no one is to be photographed with Beatrice or Eugenie. This isn't just a family tiff, it's a strategic erasure. Think about it. In the royal world, if you aren't in the frame, you don't exist. The first major casualty of this blackout was Royal Ascot. Insiders claim the sisters were flatly told they would not be part of the royal procession this June. For Beatrice, who has rarely missed a year, the news was a devastating public humiliation. But William's reasons for this ruthless approach go much deeper than just bad optics from their father's arrest. Behind palace walls, a secret last chance was allegedly offered to the sisters, and their reaction changed everything. William reportedly proposed that both Beatrice and Eugenie submit their personal finances to an independent ethical forensic audit. The goal was simple: prove once and for all that not a single cent of Jeffrey Epstein's money had filtered down into their lifestyle or business ventures. It was an olive branch, a way to scrub their names clean before he takes the throne. But the sisters said no. They reportedly viewed the request as an insult, an invasion of privacy for two women who have held private jobs for years. But to William, the refusal looked like a confession. The Prince of Wales doesn't just move on, he protects the brand. By declining the audit, the sisters may have inadvertently signed their own professional death warrants within the firm. Now the tension has reached a breaking point. Sources say the sisters are ready to go to war to protect their titles and their homes, but William is playing a much longer game. He isn't trying to be the favorite cousin anymore. He's acting as the future CEO of Monarchy Inc. And as the sisters realize they can no longer count on their family in London, they've started looking toward a very controversial lifeline waiting for them across the Atlantic. In the royal world, the enemy of my enemy is often a very dangerous friend. As the walls of Buckingham Palace close in on Beatrice and Eugenie, a surprising olive branch has been extended from across the Atlantic. Reports from early March 2026 reveal that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have officially reached out to the sisters, offering their multi-million-dollar Montecito mansion as a safe haven. The message from Harry was reportedly simple but chilling. "I know what it's like to be at the wrong end of the institution." But this isn't just a cousin offering a spare bedroom. It's a move that has sent the palace into a state of high alert. For years, the York sisters have been the only bridge left between the Sussexes and the firm. Now, with William's blackout order in full effect, that bridge is being turned into a fortress. The strategy here is a classic rebel alliance. By bringing Beatrice and Eugenie into the Montecito fold, Harry and Meghan aren't just helping family, they're building a separate faction of the monarchy that the king cannot control. Think about the timing. Just as the UK government is considering legislation to formally remove Andrew from the line of succession, the Sussexes are making their move. If the sisters accept this lifeline, it would be the ultimate act of defiance against Prince William. But there's a catch that could destroy any chance of reconciliation. Royal insiders are calling this a double-edged sword. If the sisters align themselves with the Montecito camp, they aren't just escaping the drama, they're confirming their status as exiles. William reportedly views any collaboration with the Sussexes as a total betrayal of the crown. The sisters are currently standing at a crossroads that will define the rest of their lives. They can stay in London, enduring the public shame and the photo ban, or they can join the Californian rebels and risk being permanently erased from the history books. And as the pressure reaches a boiling point, a new rumor is circulating that might force their hand sooner than anyone expected, a move that would involve the ultimate royal sacrifice. There's one card left to play in this royal game of chess, and it's the most painful one of all: voluntary renunciation. Rumors are swirling within the palace that Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie are now facing the ultimate ultimatum from King Charles. The proposal? Quietly drop the princess titles and the HRH styling before the crown is forced to strip them away by law. This isn't just about a name change, it's about survival. By walking away voluntarily, the sisters could frame their exit as a move of self-awareness and respect for the king's vision of a slimmed-down monarchy. But if they wait for William to take the throne, the exit won't be nearly as polite. Experts are calling this the York Purge. Since their father's arrest in February 2026, the public outcry over the sisters' taxpayer-funded perks has reached a fever pitch. While they aren't working royals, they still hold prestigious apartments in St. James's Palace and Kensington Palace, deals reportedly brokered by their father years ago. But those days of luxury bolt holes are numbered. Parliament is currently debating whether to remove the entire York line from the succession, and the sisters can feel the ground shifting beneath them. Just last week, Princess Eugenie made a move that many see as the first sign of the end. She quietly stepped down as a patron of Anti-Slavery International. It was a role she held for 7 years, and her sudden departure has been interpreted as the beginning of her civilization. Is this a strategic retreat or a forced surrender? Insiders say the sisters are being advised to drop the York name entirely and pivot to using their husbands' surnames, effectively becoming Mrs. Mapelli-Mozzi and Mrs. Brooksbank. It would be a total erasure of the identity they were born into. But in a monarchy that is currently radioactive, being a commoner might be the only way to protect their own children from the fallout. The choice they face now is a brutal one: cling to the titles and be treated as pariahs, or give them up and lose their place in history forever. As the 2026 season of royal events approaches, all eyes are on the guest lists. If the sisters aren't there, we'll know the decision has been made. But as one dynasty ends, another is being forged in the shadows, and what happens when the crown finally passes to William could be the most shocking chapter yet. What does a monarchy without the Yorks actually look like? The answer lies in the cold, calculated future of King William V.
In the high-stakes theatre of the British monarchy, silence is the loudest message of all. The empty seats at the 2026 Easter service weren't just a sign of personal crisis, they were a preview of a future where the York name no longer exists in the royal registry. As King Charles continues to slim down the firm and Prince William prepares to take the throne with a CEO mindset, the margin for error has vanished. For Beatrice and Eugenie, the choice is no longer about how to stay in the royal fold, but how to walk away with their dignity intact. Whether they choose the quiet life of private citizens or the rebellious path of the Montecito alliance, one thing is certain: the era of the York princesses is over. They are no longer the protected granddaughters of a queen. They are women standing on the edge of a new, uncertain world, forced to pay the ultimate price for a legacy they didn't choose. The royal family is transforming right before our eyes, and the fallout is far from over. If you want to be the first to know when the next unsealed document drops, or when William makes his next move, you need to be part of this community. Hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. We're tracking every development in this saga as it unfolds in real time. What do you think? Is William being too ruthless, or is this the only way to save the monarchy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.